After 16 years of rule, Angela Merkel says goodbye with Nina Hagen song as German military honors her with its highest ceremony for a civilian.
Here's a summary of the article.
Germany's military on Thursday honored outgoing Chancellor Angela Merkel with their highest ceremony for a civilian, playing an eclectic mix of music of her own choosing that has intrigued the nation. In a short speech preceding the music, Merkel thanked Germans and called on them to approach life with a lightness of heart, and be optimistic about their country's future. 16 years as Chancellor of Germany were full of events, often very challenging, politically and as a human being, she said. The Chancellor added that the last 2 years of the pandemic in particular had shown how important trust in political leaders, science, and public discourse really is. The hymn, Holy God, We Praise Thy Name, is a nod to Merkel's Protestant upbringing. The 60s song, Red Roses Are to Rain for Me, perhaps reflects her youthful ambition, while the rock hit, You Forgot the Color Film, was first performed by East German punk artist Nina Hagen. Born in the northern port city of Hamburg as the daughter of a Protestant pastor, Merkel grew up in communist East Germany before taking the helm of a predominantly male, Catholic Western German party, the Christian Democratic Union. After 16 years in office, she is due to be succeeded as Chancellor by Social Democrat Olaf Scholz next week.
This post received a score of 24,000, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Imagine being so beloved in your country you get to have your personal mixtape played at a military ceremony.
This is fairly normal in Germany and is called Großer Zapfenstreich. Merkel's predecessors and our presidents had these as well. It's not related to being beloved.
According to Reuters, they all got 3 personal songs to add to a list of GZ classics.
The Großer Zapfenstreich CD is the reason why our country's finances are balanced. Only the greatest hits of our politicians.
LMAO I can't wait for 40 years from now when a current General Chancellor retires and the military just starts playing trap music.
What do you want the orchestra to play, sir? 10-hour lofi hip-hop beats to work, study to.
Homer has to look as stoned as I feel or I'm not having it.
LMAO I listened to that one earlier.
While I don't agree with her politics, I recognize that she is one of the most consistent, intelligent and trustworthy politicians Europe has ever seen. A giant.
Completely agree. Not one for her politics, but she lead with integrity and class. She's how any leader of a country and/or political party should act.
As a naive American, what are her politics? Again, sorry for not Googling, I just want to talk with you guys.
So despite her party generally being for lower taxes, they still support a strong healthcare system and social safety nets to help people who are in need. Merkel always mainly campaigned on stable leadership. Germany has been exceptionally stable over the last 16 years, but also rather stagnant in certain areas. Digitalization is far behind many of its neighboring countries, and their COVID response was hindered because the government still used faxes for much communication.
Greater than but in the European sense for people confused by this. Government spends less but makes sure that social nets and everything else citizens need are stable so that the government doesn't need to spend more to fix said problems. This allows, as the original commenters have mentioned, countries to stay exceptionally stable at the expense of progress. Sometimes that can be good, sometimes that can be bad. What the USA has. That's way more right-wing than even European conservatism, and as much as the alt-right hate being compared to it, it is bordering on fascism.
Bordering on? They are literally dismantling democracy, packing courts and installing election officials that are willing to overturn fair elections.
And then when all that fails, they are attempting armed insurrection.
On this day, January 6, 2021, nothing at all happened.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.